Hey guys, today I'm sharing with you something really easy, but something that is so good. You must try it or just have it in your recipe book because it is amazing. Now, this I'm going to be sharing with you how I make it in the air fryer, but if you can grill this chicken, honey, let me tell you, you want to grill the chicken. But if you can't, like I couldn't on this day, I made it in my air fryer and it's just as delicious. So I'm going to share that with you right now because what is important is really that sauce that we're making, the sauce to marinate the chicken as well as the sauce to top the chicken. So let's go ahead and get started on that. In a bowl here, I'm adding in some ground cumin and some ground chili powder and some garlic powder. That is a half a teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of chili, 1 teaspoon of garlic, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I'm going to also be adding in 1 teaspoon of dill. You can also just chop up some fresh dill if you have that on hand. Also going to need salt and pepper to taste, and you're going to need some baking soda. This is going to help tenderize and just make that chicken really nice and juicy. So 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Salt and pepper to taste. We're going to mix this around. I will have all the amounts listed below in the description box, but I know sometimes people don't know where to find the amounts, so it's also really hard to kind of like splurt out all those amounts quickly, but I will have it below for you as well. Yes, that is my clock again, if you can hear it in the background. So in another bowl, I mean, you can do this all in the same bowl if you want to, but just for recipe purposes and showing you here, I wasted and dirtied extra dishes for no reason. So I'm adding in about 1.5 cups of yogurt. I'm just using plain vanilla yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt, whatever kind of yogurt you have in hand. Obviously, you don't want to use like strawberry or banana yogurt. You just want it to be plain or vanilla flavor works fine. I'm also going to add in some red wine vinegar. I'm going to add in about 1/8 of a cup of red wine vinegar. Just about 2 to 3 tablespoons or so, 1/8 of a cup, 2 tablespoons. Going to add that in and mix that around. Also, you're going to need the juice of 2 lemons. I'm getting my seeds in there and all because it's just going to be marinating the chicken, so you don't have to worry about the seeds at this point. Plop the lemon skins and everything, peel in there. All that's going to be great flavor. Now, the longer this chicken marinates, the better it will be. I also recommend using chicken thighs, but I'm using chicken breasts today because that's what I had pulled out. But chicken thighs, especially in the air fryer, because the air fryer will draw out a lot of moisture from the chicken, it will be more juicier. So depending on what you have, if we grill this with chicken breast, it is so delicious. I tell you, my goodness. It's actually my favorite grilled chicken. Hands down, my favorite grilled chicken. When my husband grills this, my goodness, it is delicious. So we just added in our seasoning mixture that we made there. And because of the baking soda added in with the red wine vinegar, it's going to start to froth up really nice. We're also going to need to add in 3 cloves of grated garlic. I somehow forgot it in the beginning, but you're going to need that fresh garlic flavor. Just grate that in and mix that all around. And again, I'm using chicken breast today. If you're using the air fryer, you can use breast or thighs. I recommend thighs because the air fryer will kind of dry out your chicken, but use what you got. It's going to be delicious either way. And we're making a sauce to top this with, so it's going to be perfect. Alright, so I have my chicken breast pieces here. I'm just using about 2 to 3 large pieces. I cut a little slit in it just to make sure all that marinates gets in the center of the chicken. You know what I mean? I just don't want it to be topping the chicken. I want it to be inside of that chicken, okay? Because I'm eating the inside of the chicken as well. So I want flavor all around, my dearest friend. So I'm just like plopping that in. You can see how beautiful and frothy this mixture is because of the baking soda and the vinegar. It's thick, it's fluffy. Let this sit and marinate for at least 1 hour. If you want to do this overnight, for best result, just cover it up with some foil or cling wrap or something and place it in your fridge. And before cooking it, take it out for about 30 minutes so it kind of comes down a little bit in temperature to room temperature a little bit before cooking it or grilling it or air frying it. Also, if you don't have red wine vinegar, what I like to use sometimes is my Kalamata olives because it does have red wine in there, red wine vinegar in there. So I can sometimes pour in some olives and pour in the sauce that it's sitting in, the vinegar and everything. So that's an option as well if you want to do that. So I'm going to let this sit and marinate for about an hour, 2 hours. If I am making it this day, what I like to do is start this first thing in the morning if I'm making it for lunch, or even if it's for dinner, start it a few hours ahead. And if you're going to leave it out for a really long time, just place it in your fridge so that everything stays good. Let this marinate, and all we're going to do is just pop this in our air fryer now. Now I have one of these grill pan things. I don't know what it's called, okay? You can see what it is, but I'm going to be using this, and that's what's going to give me that beautiful grilled marks on it when we flip it the second time. Well, when we cook it the second time around. You don't want to place too much of your yogurt mixture on your chicken because it will start to like bubble up in the air fryer. It ain't gonna matter, no one's gonna see it. It's gonna be fine once you flip this. But just place it on. If you have this, go ahead and use it. If you don't, it's still gonna be delicious anyways. So we're gonna just place our chicken pieces in our air fryer, and you're gonna leave back that lemon skin or lemon peel, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you're not getting any lemon seeds on your chicken, and kind of spread them out a little bit so they're not like sitting on top of each other. I am going to place my air fry in about 375 degrees. It's on air fry, and I'm going to cook this for about 20 minutes on one side. So I'm going to place that on. It's already set to about 375. I'm going to pop it on for about 20 minutes. At this point, I realized, it would actually work if I plugged in my air fryer. But yeah, that happens sometimes, right? I'm going to go for about 20 minutes on one side and let that do its thing. Now, on this day, when I'm making this, I love to serve this chicken with my seasoned rice. I just added some turmeric to my seasoned rice recipe, a little extra cumin to give it a beautiful flavor of turmeric and cumin. Delicioso, okay? Delicious. But that's what I'm making with this. It's really an easy rice dish to put together. I will link that below if you're interested in it. Super easy, and it goes perfectly with it as well. So our chicken pieces are cooking lovely in the air fryer, as you can see. After about 20 minutes, I'm going to pull these out, and we're going to go ahead and flip it. And now you can see the little like yogurt bits on the top there. That's fine. Don't worry about it, because as you flip it, there's not going to be much yogurt on top, but you get those beautiful little lines. Pop this back in the air fryer at 375 again for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the size of your chicken, depending on if you have thicker breasts or if you're even using thighs. It may just take 15 minutes on each side. Most important is you want your chicken to be fully cooked through, because you don't want to be eating a raw piece of chicken, I can imagine. So let it go for about 15 minutes the second time around, and that is it. Your chicken is done. Your rice is done. I served it with some corn on the side as well. We're going to go ahead and make our sauce for this, which is super easy. It is my white sauce. I have shared this recipe before on when I make my wraps. It is the best sauce you can make in less than a minute, or 5 minutes, I should say, because you might take a little bit longer to prepare everything. Okay, let's go ahead and make the best sauce. Best sausage you can make. It is so good. I have 2 cloves of grated garlic in a bowl. I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of mayo. We're going to season this with a pinch of salt and a pinch of pepper. You don't want to add too much salt on it because will be very salty, and you don't want that. We're going to add in the juice of 1 lemon. Now, as you can see, I'm getting seeds in there, but I did go ahead and remove the seeds after, because I was kind of holding the camera with one hand and squeezing the lemon with the other. So yeah. And you will need some cilantro. If you love cilantro, you're going to love this sauce. If you don't like cilantro, go ahead and use parsley or some herb that you like, even dill, if you want to really go with that, that Greek theme we got going on here. But yes, cilantro for me is hands down my favorite. You need about 1/8 of a cup of chopped up cilantro. Mix that really well until it's really well incorporated, and that is it, my friend. I will have all the amounts listed below in the description box for you. I will also leave the link for this white sauce recipe and my seasoned rice recipe. This is how I served it up. I sliced it up into little pieces, poured the sauce over the chicken, over the rice. The sauce is good on everything, okay? On everything. If you don't even make the chicken, just make the sauce. The sauce is so good. And that is it. Lunch is done. It took a little bit of time. It took very little to no time to marinate the chicken. The air fryer did most of the work. The rice took about 10-15 minutes. Well, maybe 20 minutes. But either way, it's really easy. It's really delicious. It's fan-diddly-tastic. I don't know what else to say, but it's delicious. I hope that you give this a try. If you love to grill chicken, if you have one day of the week or so that you love to grill chicken, give this a try. It's so good. I hope that you guys enjoy it. If you enjoy it, let me know down below, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.